and welcome to Let's Talk Spoop. I'm your host, Don, and today we're going to finish off talking about the Black Christmas movies with Black Christmas 2019, which I watched on HBO Max, and to say I was disappointed with this movie would be an understatement. But as per normal, we're going to break down Spoop into 6 separate categories. Those categories being story, acting, music, atmosphere, look, and creep. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. So it opens up, we'll start with story as usual. It opens up with a quote from Calvin Hawthorne, who is apparently the fictional founder of the fictional college in this movie. It says, man possesses powers so formidable that they can only be considered supernatural. With a proper education, men can wield these powers and go forth into the world. Then we get a weird cult-like ceremony transition to a sorority. A phone call is made, but a girl talks about leaving town, which obviously means she's going to get murdered. She gets a text message with a pig and a cat emoji from Calvin Hawthorne. Subsequently, she is stalked and murdered via icicle, which is kind of cool, I guess. Go back to the sorority house and sorority things, and the women are in a class with a misogynist teacher talking about misogyny stuff, and there's you find out that one of the girls in one of the sororities is about feminism and feminist movement and weird racial undertones, and there's implication of a possible rape, and then they perform a dance where they call out a member of a fraternity for raping one of the sorority girls, and then so there's a lot of character development, and there's very little murder. So 30 minutes into the movie, you finally get to see the next murder, and the movie actually starts to take off. I have a note here that says movie has a message that's a bit heavy-handed, but I appreciate the use of the medium for it, which is true. Horror movies have been historically used as a medium to express lots of topical or social issues, and I appreciate that. However, this movie is incredibly heavy-handed with it. I wrote my note a little early when I said that they were a little heavy-handed, in that there is a full-on exposition and speech from the villain about how men need to take back over the world and have to steal power from women. It is incredibly heavy-handed, and as a man, kind of offensive, but, whatever. At first it seems like they might be a little bit more grounded and even-keeled about it. There's a guy who tries to talk to them about how not all men are rapists. However, that guy proceeds to get murdered shortly thereafter, and there's no grounding. It's all just calling men rapists. So that is offensive. There's a line in it, I am not joking, where they talk about the men having to bring out their true alpha and be who they're supposed to be. And I was just really offended by it. So anyway, what did I think of the story? As a remake of Black Christmas, it was terrible. They replaced the phone calls with weird text messages, and the overall enjoyable slasher filmness with a lot of feminism and silly things. And I mean, I'm not against feminism by any means. but the way it was handled in this movie was borderline offensive. So 2.0 on story for this movie. Acting, moderate to good, a little bit better than average, 3 out of 5. The music is uninspired, especially in comparison to the previous films. I don't remember any of the music in it. It left no impression at all. 2 on music. Atmosphere, it is not successful at creating a suspenseful atmosphere at all. It spent way too much time building up the characters for you to not like any of the characters. So 1 out of 5 on atmosphere. Look, it's got dudes in black robes trying and failing to be creepy. There's not like any good gore scenes or any scares, really, jumps, anything like that. There's a few jumps, but there's no like gore scenes. There's no monster. There's no real special effects. It's just unimpressive. So 2 out of 5 for look and creep. As I said earlier, and not scary. Nothing comes together to make this movie scare you, or really make this movie to make you care at all about anything that's happening to any of these characters. So 2 out of 5 for creep. So we tally up the scores, and you get a 2.2 for Black Christmas on HBO Max. Black Christmas 2019 on HBO Max. For any of my viewers who are offended by my statements about the feminism in this movie, I would recommend that you just watch the movie. And if you try to watch it with an open mind, you will see exactly what I'm talking about, and you will not be offended anymore. But if you are offended, I apologize, and have yourself a good day.